Alright, welcome back, cultists. After that embarrassing failure, Rhybaax is supposed to be the easiest deity to summon, where there was a bit of bad luck and some bad gameplay on my part. I haven't rewatched the video, but I'm sure there were ways. If I had one extra money or cultist or food, I would have been able to maneuver that game to win. Instead, I lost because I misplayed. Let's try again. So, we do want the Blessing of the God of Beginnings, even though, yes, that did cost us the game. Yeah, see how it says choose up to 3 blessings? That's because I'm coming off of a loss, not off of a win. And let's try again. Rumors of Darkness. We're doing this again. Disease Strikes. This can be one of the more annoying ones in the game, one of the more annoying problems in the game. It's another one of the 4 things that can go wrong. It's not one per game. You can get anywhere from 0 to all 4 in a single game. We kind of got lucky that Tax Day was the only one that we got, but what it does, so it's hire a private doctor, costs 3 money. Hire a doctor in town, only costs 2 money, but you gain 1 suspicion. And quarantine the sick and hope for the best. Now, this is not always lose 1 cultist, it is lose half of your cultists rounded up. What's interesting to note is that prisoners do not die from disease. So when you have stuff that will require personnel in general and not specifically cultists, you may want to, if it's a choice between acquiring cultists and prisoners, which some cards there is a choice, and you have disease in your game, you might want to deliberately let all your cultists die and try to recruit prisoners. Either way, here the best option is quarantine the sick and hope for the best. Yes, I know we'll want 2 cultists and 2 food later on. Milkman delivery. Yeah, let's convert him and take the milk. To get that, we can beginner's luck back up to 4 cultists, and that way if disease strikes again, here we go, recruiting opportunity. So here again, where we can either stay discreet and get 1 cultist, or try some kidnapping instead and gain 2 prisoners. If we were going for anything that required personnel in general, I go for the prisoners, but instead I'll go for the cultist.
Please be on the lookout for resident milkman has tragically gone missing sometime in the early hours this morning while on their daily route. Their disappearance was noted by several residents who became concerned when the normally timely milkman failed to make their delivery as scheduled. We offer our prayers to the friends and families that if you have any information, please report to the county police office immediately.
Alright, so you might be wondering why earlier I went for the relic instead of the money with inheritance. Even though I was down to only 1 money, and it still didn't know whether or not tax was going to appear. I went for the relic because it's a wild card, it can help in a pinch, and worst case, I can take 2 suspicion that one time. Whereas if I went for the 3 money, that was going to risk flooding me with resources. Notice that 13 would be a 15 now, and I might have to discard stuff I don't want to discard. Start the action. Okay. Here we go, send the large party. Now the only other requirement for the God event chain is that later on in the game, we will need 1 cultist. And so since disease... let's do this. Since disease gets rid of half of your cultists rounded up, and recruiting opportunity gives you +1 cultist, could be a problem here. That we won't have trouble there. The reason I said that could be a problem here is because now I notice I have something that's going to require me to gain 1 food every round card, and I don't see any ways of getting rid of food. So that could result in greed. Yeah, you always want to turn left if you can. Turning right's just going to loop you around and around and around and just delay you. I don't see any way of getting rid of food. Since I'm at risk of overloading and activating greed, I'm going to go for the cultist, because the cultist will just die to disease half the time. And I have 3 food I don't need and have absolutely no way of getting rid of. Alright, nameless horrors stalk the corridors. You can attempt to sneak by or attempt to fight them off. I think either way works. The first time it fails and you need to send 1 cultist to reinforcement. The second time it works. Disease strikes. Rather, there is no second time after that. After you send the reinforcements, you just go through and you can win the game. Passage of time for a cultist. Recruit another cultist. Can't handle the potions. Milkman delivery for a 4th unwanted food. Well, I guess the first one we want so that we don't have to resort to cannibalism. Leave them be. Well, it might be nice to slim down. We actually, if we get disease next. Yeah, okay. Send the reinforcements. There we go. Yeah, if we were to get disease, then we wouldn't have the one for the reinforcements. 5th unwanted food. There's disease. Okay, passage of time for cultist back. Potion vendor to do nothing. Recruit a cultist. Yeah, now just to slim down, I'll raid the compound for the spoils of war. Not that it really matters all that much, because I have them about to win real soon. Spoils of war. Our stores are full. That's an understatement. Yeah, the options for spoils of war are you could get money, you could get food, you could get prisoners, you could get nothing, or you can sometimes get a relic. And that can come up really big in a pinch. Here we go. Awaken it. And we win. There, that was easier. Yeah, when you don't get particularly bad luck, Jungle King Rhybaax should be pretty easy to summon. And so next time we'll go to Windigo. Oh, right, I should explain what these blessings do before. So there's Perform Harvesting. You have 2 options. One is to do nothing, and the other is to spend 1 food to look at the next 3 cards. That's something called Force. You just get to look at the next 3 cards. You can't do anything about what the next 3 cards are going to be, but you can at least look ahead. There is another glitch that is probably the single worst glitch in the game, which is that if you use Foresight when there are 2 or fewer cards left in the deck, you don't get to see what they are. You automatically reshuffle the discard, then declare that as the new starting deck, and then put the Harvest Busy card, or whatever the Foresight card was, and the 2 or fewer cards that you skip over. Those go into the discard pile, so you don't see them on the next round. So there is a bit of a glitch there. You could maybe use that to your advantage if you actually wanted to skip the last card, if you were really counting cards. I don't generally do that, though perhaps I should. Anyway. The second blessing is Necromancy. There, that gives you 3 options. One is do nothing. The second is convert 2 prisoners into cultists. I guess you kind of kill the prisoners and resurrect them as your servants. Or some villagers will do the trick, or something like that. at which point you don't have to sacrifice 2 prisoners, you just get 2 cultists, but you do incur 1 suspicion when you do that. Anyway, that'll do it for this video, and looking at the gallery of deities, 2 down, 5 to go. Later.